Hello, and welcome to AML UAE's YouTube channel. Today we will discuss what assets are, and who is permitted to carry out these activities in Dubai. Let's get started. The Virtual Assets and Related Activities Regulations 2023, issued by the Virtual Assets Regulatory Authority, VARA, govern the virtual assets landscape in Dubai. Schedule 1 of the regulations lists the virtual assets related activities subject to strict supervision in Dubai by VARA. Virtual asset-related activities contained in Schedule 1 of the regulations are as follows. 1. Virtual Assets Advisory Services. It involves services related to the offering, providing or agreeing to provide a personal recommendation to a client regarding transactions related to virtual assets. 2. Broker-dealer services. It involves the following services: arranging orders for the purchase and sale of virtual assets between two entities, soliciting or accepting orders for virtual assets, and accepting fiat currency, or other virtual assets, for such orders, facilitating the matching of transactions in virtual assets between buyers and sellers, entering into virtual asset transactions as a dealer on behalf of the entity, for its own account, making a market in virtual assets using client assets, providing placement, distribution, or other issuance-related services to clients issuing virtual assets. 3. Category 1 Virtual Assets Issuance. It involves services related to issuing fiat-referenced virtual assets that purport to maintain a stable value in the context of fiat currencies. 4. Custody Services. These services involve the safekeeping of virtual assets for or on behalf of another entity, and acting on behalf of such entity. 5. Exchange Services. It involves the provision of any of the following services: conducting an exchange or trade between virtual assets and fiat currency, conducting an exchange or trade between one or more virtual assets, matching orders between buyers and sellers, and conducting an exchange between virtual asset and fiat currency, maintaining an order book for such exchanges. 6. Lending and borrowing services. It concerns transactions where virtual asset is lent from one party, known as the lender, to another party, known as the borrower, against the commitment to return the same upon the lender's request. 7. Virtual asset management and investment services. It is related to acting as an agent or fiduciary, or taking responsibility for the management, administration or disposition of the client's virtual assets. 8. Virtual asset transfer and settlement services. It involves the transmission, transfer, or settlement of virtual assets from one entity to another entity. The entity intending to carry out virtual asset activities, or its employee, carrying on or facilitating a virtual asset activity on behalf of the entity, must have adequate authorization and licenses from VARA. When granting a license to a VASP for conducting the virtual asset activity, the VARA considers the following factors: whether the entity holds itself out as conducting a virtual asset activity by way of business, the adequacy of the regularity, scale and continuity of the virtual asset activity carried out by the entity, whether there is any commercial element in the virtual asset activity conducted, such as whether the entity receives commercial benefits for the activity conducted. Trust this video helps you understand which activities shall qualify for virtual asset activities, and what regulatory requirements need to be followed by VASPs to obtain a license from VARA for carrying out such activities in Dubai. Stay tuned for more such AML videos. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video.